For those of you who don't know me, my name's Manoj and my pronouns are he, his. I'm joining you here in Birmingham in the UK. I've been away from the platform for the last 4 weeks. I've been in India doing some more sound healing training and completing my Nidra Yoga certificate and just having a bit of time to rest and recharge. So I'm very excited about, it's so wonderful. We got 2 sound baths here this month. I've done a lot of shopping in India. I've got some new instruments to share with you. And we'll check in with one another at the end as well, and just make sure that everybody's okay and how these sound vibrations have reached us. And yeah, we'll be having some sounds on this sound bath and the next one in the next week too, just helping us to just facilitate. Ultimately we want to rest here, we want to tune into the sound and just help the sound just to support us with what we need. So we're moving into spring now, where with the days will start getting longer, we'll getting a bit more light in, and we're also coming off the time here of this total lunar eclipse. You might have heard a lot about it. That happened over the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Eclipses happen when the Earth moves between the sun and the moon, and this eclipse in particular was asking us to really focus on our health and well-being, for creating space where our emotions might be purged, clearing ourselves out for what holds in store for the new season, and sound can really help us to do that. And also finding a balance, finding surrender to the process and the journey that we are all on. Okay? So things to think about in the practice today. And also, over the weekend, there was an amazing festival called Holi, the Festival of Colours, that was celebrated. And that is also, again, just reminding us to let light and colour into our lives as we are entering a new sunnier and brighter season for each and every one of us. Okay, so before we get going, we're going to put some energy into the collective pot here today. So in the chat box, just sharing your intention for being here, or something where you're looking to send your energy towards from the practice today, something that is just coming through for you as we start spring. So I should keep it quite broad. As much as we're trying to do it for ourselves, we always want to have a world view, sending energy out to those who need it, and just creating hopefully a more peaceful space for all of us. So we're just creating the worldview, coming off the mat, out of the group, and sharing that with everybody. Okay? And just to remind you again, if you've got earphones to hand, they'll be very useful for you today. Okay, so you can go ahead then and find a comfortable position, seated or laying down. If you've got eye pillow to hand, you might want to pop that on the eyes, or you might want to use a scarf. You can turn out the lights in your room if you want to do that. Intention is to be present, slow down, and restore and send energy to those suffering as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lovely way to end. So happy that you're here. So using our earphones, using a comfortable environment, and setting up a safe space for you to inhabit. I'm Manoj, my pronouns are he, his, and I'm really honoured to be sharing this sacred sound with you to such a large group today, and to many people who are going to be practicing on the recording. So laying down, having a cushion or a bolster underneath the knees. Maybe the eyes are covered. Okay, make yourself comfortable where you are. You know yourself best. You know what you're doing. So go ahead and create that little nest for yourself. Right at the end of the practice, there's going to be 2-3 minutes of silence at the end. So similar to where we have our Shavasana in our yoga practice, This is a time for silence, for deep rest and integration away from sounds, and we're just letting things settle within our body. So remember, when you hear my voice at the very end, that will signify the end of the practice, not the silence. So just make a note to yourself that the silence is still part of the practice too. Very important part. As we look ahead, and all of us have shared our beautiful intentions. Some of us are thinking about what we need. Some of us are thinking about others who are in desperate need in other parts of the world. Some of us are thinking about both of those things too. We can all come together to create this collective space. And I can channel this sound for you to feed into your intentions here as you practice. Sometimes in these sessions, especially if it's our first time experiencing them, sadness might come, joy might come, grief might come, lightness might come. Any of these feelings are welcome here. Sometimes I've held sound baths and people have felt embarrassed to cry. And I always just say, this is one of the best places you can do that in a welcoming environment. If that needs to come, let it come, okay? Sound there is stirring something up within us. So bring into the practice what you would like, knowing that all parts of you are welcome here. We'll connect with our body and we'll connect with our breath, ready for the bowls and the other instruments. Moving into our breath, the inhales and exhales, effortlessly and softly. I'll cue some inhales and exhales for you, so we can breathe at the same time, in the same manner, together. Taking an inhale, and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Continuing now to soften, relax, and melt through the body. Start off at the feet, moving into the ankles, moving up the body, softening and melting every part. You're here with community, you're here with friends, you're all across the world here. with something common that brings us all together. Looking for clarity on challenges in our life. Focus on where we are heading and holding those with us who are suffering or in harm right now. Soften all of the parts of the body. Soften, soften, soften. taking a moment or two to notice and acknowledge the journey that we've been on today. Things came up, things got released. There's a feeling of lightness or heaviness, knowing that these things together are your process. You check in with yourself, check in with your body, check in with your mind, and most of all, checking in with your heart space. Reflect and remind yourself of the intention that we collectively placed into the energy for this practice today. Has it opened something up in you? Has it given you clarity? Has it given you some impetus towards your intention? Or if none of those things have happened, acknowledge that too. So in your own time, you can begin to bring a little movement into your body, starting off with the fingers and toes. And then you can also take a stretch up over the head, from the fingers down to the toes. You can hug the knees in, massage the lower back slightly. And gently roll over to the right side. Pressing into the earth with the left hand, and pop yourself up to a seated position. Bring the hands together in the center of the chest. It's been such an honor to facilitate this space for you, to serve you with sound, healing and vibrations, and ultimately space for you to arrive, for you to just be you, but also that you knowing that you're being held by all of us, the community and the sound. So thank you so much for your presence here today.